In this moment, all the earth stands still. Time unwinds its coil, and life is filled to the brim with spaciousness. Oh, how simple. Oh, hold the sacred. Oh, how simple. Oh, hold the sacred.
Bravo. So, in typical Aria and Ken fashion, we have an invitation for you, and it is to our Slow the Fuck Down retreat. We have become aware through our own journey over the last few months that there's an energy that's quite active right now, especially here in California, which is to go, 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 to rush to the next ceremony, the next cacao, the next medicine circle, to constantly be in motion, to do more. And the doing is self-centered in the sense that it's about growing and expanding and evolving and healing, and yet it's still this like motion to move forward. And so we've really seen that in our own life and have felt the desire brewing inside of us, ready to be birthed, which is why we're sending you this video, for a weekend where we can just slow down and really come into the spaciousness that you just sang about, and to really be in a container of space and time and slowness.
Hausch.
Hausch.
So we've, and this idea was literally conceived waking up from a nap. I must share that piece. That we're curating a space where we can have the intention be that there is no intention. And so, so many of us are, really, really amazing at getting stuff done, whether it's this, journey of personal work, self-development, professionally, going, being on technology, on media. And so to actually, what is it like to actually pull back and sink into nature in a really deeply connected way? And this is, something that Ken and I practice daily in the way that we've set up our routines and our life. And so wanting to really share some of these ways of being that are natural now to us and how we form our partnership, but maybe just the thing that could really support someone who is in sort of a people-pleasing, perfectionist sort of a way of being. And I've really had a long journey with those parts of self, and I'm a recovering perfectionist and recovering people pleaser. And so what does it look like to actually nourish this one first and foremost, by being in deep connection with the stars, with the sunrise, with the hummingbirds, with the flowers?
Yeah, there's a way where the culture we live in right now, especially in these times, is very much oriented around personal growth, and that personal growth happens through doing, that there's more things we need to do, more to heal, more to resolve, to unravel. And there's a time and a place for that, but there's also a time, and as a Capricorn who's serious and very managerial and focused, There's something about
You?
play. At times, there's something about play and fun and slowing down. And like Arya's saying, like, can we slow down and our agenda be to actually sink in to the owls and coyotes and really like go deep into the space of what is it like to simply be with the owls and to be with the coyotes. You know, if you haven't been to our house before, it's an amazing property. There's so much wildlife here. We have all kinds of birds. It's like a symphony of birds in the mornings. There's dozens of hummingbirds that live around here. Mourning doves, owls, coyotes, hawks, falcons, other animals that I'm not thinking of in this moment. Bunnies. There's tons of bunnies. We just saw a snake outside, a huge snake. So there's all this wildlife in this nature, and something that several different friends have been speaking to me about lately is like not knowing, like I need perspective basically on seeing how much I've grown. And so part of the intention in this unintentionalized space is to actually slow down and to allow ourselves to be on the plateau, so to speak, of our own growth, so that we can slow down for a moment and be like, wow, I have arrived, I have achieved a lot, I am who I am in this moment, and I don't need to strive for more. I don't need to feel the pressure to get to the next retreat or next workshop or next ceremony, but instead, can we surrender to just being with one another for 2 days and allowing who we've evolved to become to be front and center stage as we just play and dance and have fun in that space of isness.
Yes. So if you are addicted to productivity, then you could think of this as a space where you are producing deep rest and deep inner peace, and connecting in with your inner child and giving spaciousness to parts of yourselves that aren't always given a lot of room in our productivity-centered culture. So that is, again, the non-intention of our intention of this invitation.
Yeah. So logistics can be found in the details: time, cost, all of that information. Any questions you have, send them our way. We'd love to answer them or support you in whatever you're working through to actually be able to say yes to resting. Especially, and I'm just going to speak to this, the astrology of the times, because I'm kind of been studying it, is we're moving, there's a rest that we're in right now, where I was speaking to you about this yesterday, where it feels like, wow, can we just be, like, can we slow down and just relax? And the next few weeks are going to pick back up again. Internally, we're going to feel the pressure from the cosmos to, like, get things done, to get moving, to, like, get to circle, to get to, like, whatever we need to do to, like, fix that thing, that dynamic we're aware of. And so actually now is a great time to honor this space by committing to something in the future, knowing that a time is coming where it's going to be difficult, in my opinion, to surrender to ourselves. So now is the time. That's why we're here making this video right now. Now is the time to say yes, knowing that life comes our way. Things happen, events happen, deadlines happen, responsibilities happen. We live in a world that is pulling on us, demanding of us. And sometimes we need to say yes to say no.
Yes. So the Slow the Fuck Down weekend retreat is really here for you to nourish yourself. And we look forward to hanging out with you in this way.
And we have, there's surprises. It's not all written out, because what do kids love? Kids love surprises. I know when I was a kid, like surprises, or like my uncle picking me up and saying, like, we're going rollerblading. I was like, what? You know? So there's surprises weaved into this experience, and we don't want to give all our secrets away.
Oh, and also nostalgia, I want to just say, because I've been feeling so nostalgic. So there's this way where that will be imbued into our time together as well. Some of those memories from childhood, whether you grew up in an urban area or the country, we're going to have some things that connect into that part of our hearts, playing with time a bit.
Yeah, and one thing I'll just speak to that about when we're kids, for many of us, our parents have everything handled. You know, if we're fortunate enough to have our parents have things handled for us. Regardless, as children, we're kind of naive to what's happening out there. We're just being kids. And so there's something about what Arya's speaking to, about the nostalgia of like coming back into the space of the child where for a weekend, 2 days, we're just being, we're just playing, we're just having fun, and we're letting go of the demands that are normally placed upon us by consciously choosing to put a pause on the demands and to really sink into that childlike energy of like spring and summer, and it's June, and like, you know, the days are getting longer and the summer solstice is coming, and like, can we actually sink into the rhythms of nature and allow them to kind of soothe and recalibrate us relative to the life that we've put on pause. So I'll leave it there.
Yay. We'll see you soon.
Bye.
Super excited. Bye.